Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the Lupita Godinez versus Julia Polastri fight. It's a women's fight. You can skip it. You have every right to. You know the deal. But we're going to talk about this fight. And I want to start off by talking about this fight by just saying that you need to trust people when they show you who they really are. Okay. The year was 2009. 2009, I believe I was 28 years old. I was going through a divorce. I was pretty single, ready to mingle. I was as single as a Pringle. I was going to the club 6 nights a week. Shout out to El Paso. And I was a killer on the dance floor, bro. And I went to this club. It was called Three-Legged Monkey. I don't know if it exists today. It probably doesn't. But I was going to the Three-Legged Monkey, and I was dancing every night. And I'm impressing all the ladies. I got every move there ever was. I'm the Mexican Chris Brown. I'm out there cutting it up. And I remember there was this fine-ass girl, thicker than a Snicker, just right there, just staring at me on the dance floor. Her and a group of friends. But I could just tell I'm dancing with a girl, and she's looking at me like, man, I wish he was dancing with me. So anyways, I keep seeing her. I go over to her. I say, hey, would you like to dance? She's like, buy me a drink. I said, oh, you're thirsty? She said, yeah. I said, well, if you're thirsty, drink some water. That's what I drink when I'm thirsty, water. Go get some water. I'm buying you no drink. Drink some water, and when you're hydrated, let me know. We can dance. I'm not trying to buy you a drink, right? So eventually, she slips me a napkin with her number on it, and I don't remember her name. But she was cool people, man. She was beautiful. She had a whole group of friends with her. And you could tell she was the center of attention with her group of friends. And I liked this chick. So I said, yo, I know I was dancing here tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be at 101. The next night, I'm going to be over here. And I start giving her my whole schedule where I go each night. Show up. She's like, oh my God, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. So this is back in the day. We didn't have smartphones, I don't think. I know I didn't have a smartphone. I had like this. It was called a Samsung Rant. It had the little sidekick, the little two-way keyboard. But we're still texting. And we're talking to each other. So I go to this next club the next night, and she hits me back, and she's like, oh, I'll be there. I'm going to be there tonight. I'm going to be there around 11 with my girls. 11 comes. I'm on the dance floor. I'm there, but I'm waiting on her. I'm not trying to break a sweat too much. If you're a real dancer, you know what I'm talking about. You try not to sweat. I'm waiting on this girl. She don't show up. I don't care. Place is filled with ladies. I'm doing what I do, bro. I don't give a damn. I'm just living my life. So text her, hey, you never came through. Oh, my bad. Oh, hey, my phone died. You love this shit, right? You guys know the deal. My phone died. I ain't heard from you. I'm texting her. We're going back and forth. It disappears around 10. I'm like, man, fuck this shit, right? So then we get to Friday. That was Thursday. Next day is Friday. Now I'm at another club. She says she's going to come through again. Oh, I can't wait to see you. Da-da-da-da-da. Had a really good time dancing with you on Wednesday. I'm like, cool. So then I call her, and I'm like, yo, you coming through or what? Because I'm going to leave and go somewhere else. Like, we're club hopping. And she answers the phone. She's like, yeah, we're at a club right now. Me and my girls, we're going to get over there. Womp womp, right? So she ain't showed up for about 30 minutes. I'm like, man, I'm just going to leave. I don't care. I probably want to go home and play some Black Ops anyways. Like, I don't know what I was doing back then, but it was something else. So anyways, we go in and we're leaving, and out of nowhere, I get a phone call. I'm looking down at my phone. It's her number. And I'm like, yo. And it's her best friend. And her best friend is like, hey, I just want you to know that I'm really interested in you, but she's not really interested in you. And I said, oh, okay. Well, damn, let's be grown about it. Just tell me next time. Just be up front. Just let me know. So I ain't wasting my time. I said, well, what's this? What's your name? She's like, oh, she gives me her name. She's like, here, but look, I'm going to text you from my number so you know who it is. I'm like, cool, yeah. I said, so where's she at right now? She's like, oh, she's talking to these dudes right now. I'm like, oh, okay. She's one of them. She's talking to a bunch of dudes. I'm like, that's cool, man. Well, I'll hit you back. So it's the end of the night. It's like 2 a.m. I'm at home in my apartment. And old girl texts me back. And old girl says, where do you live? I want to come over. Now, you ain't met up with me. I keep trying to meet up with you in the club 3 different times, and you ain't met up with me. What are we doing? Now you want to come to my place? But me being a young man with no sense, I don't learn from my mistake. I say, yeah, come on through. I live here. I gave her my address, gave her my apartment number. She shows up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting ready. I'm like, yeah, I'm fresh and so clean. I'm ready to do this. She comes through the door, drunk as a skunk. I'm like, yo, how the hell did you drive here? She's inebriated, and then I just start thinking, I don't care. She's so fine, like the just so thick. I'm like, yo, I'm smashing. I'm good. And we get to doing what we do, and I swear to you guys, I reach down, and there's a used condom still in her. True, swear to God, put this on my kids. I can't believe what's happening to me. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh, you gotta go. We stopping right now. You gotta go. She don't know what's happening. I just threw her out the door. Don't care. Hit up her friend. Said, "You crazy, man. Your friend is crazy." Da 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 da. Ended up talking to her friend. Whatever. So here's why I bring all that up. This is a case where every single day, I told myself, I'm not talking to that girl no more, man. She left me hanging. I'm not talking to her. She left me hanging. Oh, man, she had me over here waiting on her. And I'm still talking to other women. I'm still living my life. But you know how it is. You come up with some plans, and then you're texting each other, and then she ghosts you for about 2-3 hours and goes, my phone died. Oh, I fell asleep at my friend's house. Whatever, girl. Oh, we all got a hotel room together. No, I don't need all this excuses, man. Just go live your life, bro. I'm good. But you're young, and you just keep stringing it along, and you don't learn. Okay? That's this fight right here, y'all. Lupita Godinez is stringing you along, and you don't learn. She's the worst, bruh. She's the worst. You want to believe in her. They tell you she's world class. Her sister's an amazing wrestler, so she's got to be an amazing wrestler. But every time we see Lupita, she just don't come through, bro. Leaving you a blue ball. Lupita just showing up wasted. Just the worst fight IQ you ever seen. Not dependable. And you tell yourself, I'm not waiting on that. I'm good. And then you get that text. And you're like, yo, it's my lucky day. Oh my God, I'm about to hit. Oh my God, I'm at this club. Oh, she's coming in 30 minutes. I'm gonna stay and wait for her. Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh, another 30 minutes. Oh, another. Lupita Godinez is fighting. Oh my God. But when you're done watching her fight, you're like, nah, never again. I ain't doing that. And then 3 months later, you forget that you said you're never betting on this woman. And there's Lupita Godinez. Missed 12-5. The most annoying fighter to bet on. She's lost 2 in a row. Now, listen, she fought world-class opposition. Mackenzie Dern, one of the best asses in the UFC, one of the best jiu-jitsu fighters in the world. Verna, Crazy Eyes Verna, beat her, right? Pretty crazy. These are amazing grapplers and wrestlers and things like that. Lupita Godinez is supposed to be the best wrestler. But where? When do we see it? But the real problem with Lupita is you have a path to victory and you don't always take it. Angela Hill, she said, oh, what do you want to do, Angela? You want to kickbox? I'm not a great kickboxer. I heard you are. Let's just kickbox for 3 rounds and see what happens. She has 0 fight IQ. And you got to trust the history and say, yo, we're not there. Now, I want to show you some fights that scare me for her, and that's Luana Carolina here. Luana Carolina is a very similar fighter to Julia Polastri. Really similar, okay? And that's a problem because she lost to Luana. So I don't like Lupita in this spot. Just don't forget, she's let you down so many times and taken so much of your money. And Vegas is going to always make you pay for her. She's currently a minus 240 favorite. It's fucking terrible. Let's go to Julia for a second here. I hate Julia. I'm not a Julia person. I ain't on Julia's side at all. If you've ever watched the video of me breaking down Julia Polastri, I'm going to tell you the same thing I'm going to tell you every single time. Julia Polastri, her coach is her husband. I don't like anybody getting coached by their spouse. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if you just started training the pretty girl in the gym because she showed up and you wanted to grab her ass during jiu-jitsu training or whatever. But this girl fights like she's Bobby Green, King Green. She's 27, so she's still got time. But her hands are down. She'll drop her hands, bring them up to strike, and drop them again. That helps you in takedown defense, though. But she's the type of girl that wants to scrap and throw them things. And she wants to bring it, man. And she looks like a puncher and a striker. The crowd's not going to be on her side. She's fighting a mainstay in Mexican fighters, right? And Lupi. But she's going to look like the better striker on her feet. Now, if she gets taken down, she's going to have a problem. We've seen her twice now. Okay? Here's the problem. We've seen her in the UFC, we've seen 3 times, but I won't even talk about that at Aljua's fight because on Dana White Contender Series, she lost the first round. Came back and wins in the second round with submission. But right here against Josephine Knudsen, I picked Knudsen. People call her nutsack. I picked Knudsen to win that fight because I told you Knudsen's just a better striker. Better Muay Thai. And going to win the fight. And then against Corey McKenna, I took Corey McKenna and I missed. I always fade this chick right here. This chick don't got it. I missed, and the reason I missed is Corey McKenna, excuse me, she did get a takedown, and she did, have 5 minutes control time. Can Lupi do the same thing? Hell yes, she can. But McKenna also went 1 for 6 on takedowns, and that could happen to Lupi. That could, and if Lupi gets stuck not getting the takedowns, then it's just a straight boxing match, and one of these girls is a much better striker than the other. So takedown defense is essential. This is a girl who's never been stopped and finished. Listen, I'm going to tell you that I've watched Julia get absolutely manhandled by Jasmine Jasudavicius. Well, of course, Jasmine Jasudavicius is a great wrestler. But the fighters that this girl's been fighting are not nearly these fighters, the championship fighters. This is a huge step down in competition for Lupi Godinez. Huge. Astronomical. But it's still another human being, right? It's still another person. But when I see Lupi is very hittable. No head movement. She will frustrate you. She has the IQ of fucking Tweety Bird. Peanut size, bro. Stegosaurus brains were this big. This is Lupi Godinez. She got a Stegosaurus brain. And you just got to remember, she's been letting you down every single night. It's not your lucky day, bro. When she texts you at 2 in the morning, you got to remember the rules you had the day before and the day before and the day before. So if you don't bet women's fights, don't bet a women's fight. If you don't like Lupi Godinez taking your money, don't put your money on her. Okay? That all being said, I got to pick and choose my battles, bro. I just don't see how Lupi loses this fight. You got to learn from your mistakes. I'm going to lose again. I'm going to miss a lock. Fade me. MVPs. There might be other locks on this card. There are going to be other locks on this card. Fade it, bro. Stay away from it. Skip it. Practice abstinence. That night, I met that girl with the condom falling out of her. I said, yo, you got to go. This is the second time tonight you're trying to get your back blown out. I'm good. I ain't that desperate. I'm going to call your friend. I'll see her next weekend. And it happened. The lock here is going the distance. Godinez by points is really important. Okay? If she's going to win, it's going to be by points. Polastri's never been finished. But trying to get those points is going to be a hell of a lot harder than these odds. These odds should not be like this. I understand a lot of people being on Polastri, but Polastri's not the caliber of fighter Godinez is. They shouldn't be up here. Polastri's an early prelim fighter, and Godinez is a main card fighter. Two different worlds. This is Godinez losing. She's a Power 4 team. She's K-State, and she's going to play Nevada. Okay, yes, K-State's losing games in the Big 12, but you go play Nevada. You feel me? That's how it should go. So, Texas Tech versus New Mexico. I'm just trying to describe a Power 4 team that lets you down over and over and over again. But if they go play one of these other people, they should get it done. Learn from your mistakes. I'm about to learn from mine. Who's prepared for that one to miss? Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.